Lunar Knights here. Today, we're asking the question, can Max beat Grit's Tank Brigade pre-deployed mission? In this battle, Adder has a large brigade of mainly powerful medium tanks. Meanwhile, we usually have access to Grit as our commander. Grit's specialty is indirect units, and we're completely reliant on a force of indirects to try and rout Adder's force before they can reach us. The battle normally plays out rather like a tower defense mission, where we're meant to pick off the tanks as they travel around the mountains to eventually reach our units, with the obvious implication being that indirects will be crushed by tanks if they get close enough. If you're familiar with the series, you probably shudder with the same sense of dread and fear that I do when you hear the phrase, Max's indirect units. Good thing it's spooky season, right? I guess this is my version of a Halloween special. If you're new here, allow me to elaborate. Max is the game's direct specialist commander. This is what Grit indirect units usually look like with their range. This is what Max's look like. Grit has +1 range, meanwhile Max has -1 range. But this is only just the tip of that iceberg. It gets worse. Much worse. Not only do they have less range, but they have 10% less firepower as well compared to a normal commander. This mission isn't built for a normal commander, however. It's designed around Grit, the commander with +1 range and +20 firepower in his day-to-day, building up to +50% firepower when any of his CO powers are active. Oh, and just to really flaunt that, when his powers are active, he's also gaining an additional 1 to 2 range for each indirect. So in other words, as far as this mission is concerned, we're not down 10% and 1 range, we're down 30 to 60% and 2 to 4 range at any given time, while still completely reliant on indirect units. It doesn't get much scarier than that. But that's enough setup. Let's dive right into the pain. I start the run normally by not moving to let the tanks hopefully come into my range, purposely waiting to check my range to make the moment itself more impactful. And I think my reaction says it all. I don't think any of those tanks are even in range. That's how bad this is. Let's see this. Oh, it doesn't even reach the edges of the map. It's so bad. It's this one. Okay, so we can at least hit that. Oh gosh, it is so bad. Look at this. This is terrible. Oh gosh, you can hit something. That's nice. We're gonna run for the rockets here. How much damage does this actually? You know what? That's not the worst. It's pretty abysmal, but oh gosh, you can't hit anything. Nothing can hit anything. I normally move this guy up and kind of go aggressive, but that's not gonna go well here. I can feel it. As you can see, this is going to be a rough one, but an underdog challenge like this is also what I love most about a game. I'm not even sure if we can hit that recon. Oh, the infantry are coming. Oh, this is bad. I don't know what's worse. I think this guy's probably worse because he's going to hit me next turn. Well, he can't attack me yet because he doesn't know I'm here, but... Can you hit anything over here? Alright, we're going to bring you south. Oh gosh, it's so... Nope, it still doesn't hit anything. I don't even know who to shoot at because just everything is terrible. I mean, I guess we need to whittle down these tanks because if they get around, we're done, but... Oh gosh, it's so bad. It's just so bad. I'm hoping they join. Oh, nope. Nope. I don't even know. I don't even know. He has his power already? That's another thing about this mission. My power is pretty much useless. I tried to play the match like the typical Grit mission, but it's clear very quickly that's not going to be the case. Instead of getting to fire with every ranged unit most turns to gradually wear down the tanks, this time I'm lucky if I can even attack with 2 of them. And that's not even necessarily targeting tanks. The mechs crossing the mountains that are usually a casual afterthought are now a genuine concern as well. In the regular battle, Adder's tanks barely reach the right side of the map where the missile silos are, and certainly never loop around to travel down the middle lane. In this case, I have tanks easily reaching the right side of the map unscathed. Whew, that's scary.
I'm in danger!
Alright. Oh. I feel like I'd be better off attacking it with the recon at this point. That's where we're at right now. Is it sad that this is scarier than the tanks? I mean, we have to do it, but I don't even know what's worse. You're here. You still can't hit anything? No! Typically, the recons in this mission are purely to provide vision, and you can easily S-rank the map without ever moving them from their starting spots. Here with Max, the battle is desperate enough that it's all hands on deck. Not only will those recons be moving around, but they'll be blocking paths and even attacking way above their weight class. This is how desperate we are. We're attacking medium tanks with recons. Alright, I'll take that. That's a win. That's a huge win in my book right now. Okay. Attacking a medium tank with a recon is never really a good idea, but sometimes you just have to try it. Alright, good. He's joining some things. These tanks are getting way too close for comfort. Compared to Grit, shooting these rockets feels like I'm firing Nerf darts instead of actual missiles. As the match progresses, the tower defense nature of the mission does help me slowly wear down Adder's tanks. Very slowly. Still, I was now in very real danger as Adder popped his power for extra movement, and I had to use a recon to barricade the road to hold the tanks back. Without it, he would have had a direct shot on my rockets and negated much of my already limited firepower simply by closing the distance. I really can't stress how critical this last recon was in holding the line. Carefully repositioning it bought valuable time in the choke point to attack the tanks that slipped through. Without it, Adder would have had the firepower to tear through my forces. Assuming the AI didn't do anything too weird. Once the checkpoint was secure, it became a game of search and destroy as I switched efforts to tracking down my enemy's remaining units. Hidden tanks were a genuine concern during this after I flushed out one at full health, but I felt confident that my line would now hold against whatever stragglers remained. To mark a poetic end to the challenge, I was determined to finish it with an indirect unit, and though I had a few false ends, the final unit fell and the battle was won, proving that it is in fact possible to beat this mission using Max. As it turns out, while Max's indirects are definitely terrible, a well-placed indirect is still a powerful unit. If you enjoyed this content, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss a minute of the action in the future. Have to say, I wasn't really sure if this challenge would be possible, and my end score was a lot better than I expected it to be. Happy Halloween, and thanks for watching.